In the heart of Atlanta, 38-year-old investigative journalist Darius Thompson had built a reputation for uncovering stories others were too afraid to touch. But nothing prepared him for the story that would shake him to his core. The unsolved murder of Jamal Rivers, a promising 22-year-old college graduate who vanished 15 years ago. Darius stumbled upon the case while researching old police archives. Jamal, a bright young man from the West End, was last seen leaving a small jazz club in 2009. Witnesses reported seeing him get into a black SUV with tinted windows, but the trail had gone cold. His parents, now in their 60s, had never stopped searching for answers. The first twist came when Darius discovered an untouched evidence locker holding Jamal's belongings. A tattered notebook, his wallet, and an unmarked key. Nothing had ever been examined with modern forensic methods. For Darius, the case became more than a story. It became personal. Late at night, as he combed through old police reports, Darius noticed something odd. Several tips from anonymous sources had been ignored. He realized that this wasn't just a cold case. It might have been covered up. With each lead, the suspense built. Who had wanted Jamal gone? And why had the police failed to act? Darius knew that opening this case could put him in danger, but he couldn't ignore the young man's voice echoing through history. By the end of part 1, Darius receives a threatening call, warning him to stop digging. But he's already committed. He's holding Jamal's notebook in his hands, and the first clue he uncovers will lead him to someone nobody suspected. The key from Jamal's belongings unlocked a small storage unit in an abandoned strip mall. Inside, Darius discovered stacks of old letters and photographs. A secret life Jamal had hidden from his friends and family. The letters hinted at a politically connected businessman named Victor Lang, who Jamal had accused of corruption and racial discrimination in a series of campus exposés. Darius's heart pounded as he realized Jamal's death might not have been random. It was revenge for speaking truth to power. Digging deeper, Darius uncovered evidence of tampered police reports. Officers who were supposed to investigate the case had altered statements and deleted files. The city's elite wanted the case buried, and Jamal's voice silenced forever. Darius interviews Jamal's best friend, Elijah, who reveals a shocking twist. Jamal had been romantically involved with Victor Lang's niece. Could this personal connection have escalated the motive for murder? Darius begins to see a tangled web of betrayal, greed, and fear that stretches from the streets of West End to the city's highest offices. But danger looms. Someone is watching Darius. A car follows him one night. His apartment is broken into, but nothing is stolen, except a file he had meant to share with the public. He realizes the closer he gets to the truth, the more perilous his journey becomes. By the end of part 2, Darius uncovers a cryptic audio recording of Jamal speaking about meeting someone at a riverside warehouse the night he disappeared. A clue that could finally unmask the killer. Darius heads to the riverside warehouse, heart racing. The building is abandoned, dark, the air thick with decay. Hidden cameras capture shadows moving. Someone knows he's there. But Darius presses on, following Jamal's final steps. Inside, he finds traces of a struggle, old bloodstains, personal items, and a hidden safe. The safe contains damning evidence. Financial ledgers, incriminating emails, and photographs implicating Victor Lang in covering up Jamal's murder. It's the smoking gun Darius needed. Darius delivers the evidence to a trusted ally in the press. The revelations explode across local and national media. A young black journalist silenced for daring to expose corruption, and a city forced to confront its systemic failures. But the story doesn't end in triumph. Victor Lang is arrested, but other players in the conspiracy remain free. Jamal's parents finally have closure, yet Darius knows that justice is incomplete, and the shadow of corruption still looms over Atlanta. The emotional toll on Darius is immense. He carries Jamal's story in his heart, haunted by what could have been, but proud that the truth, finally, saw the light of day. The final twist. A mysterious note arrives at Darius's office. It reads simply, "You've uncovered the beginning, but some truths are never fully yours to tell." The day Darius had been waiting for arrived. Victor Lang, The powerful businessman implicated in Jamal Rivers' murder was finally facing charges. The courtroom was packed, cameras flashing, and the tension was electric. But for Darius, the fight wasn't over. It was just reaching its most dangerous phase. Weeks earlier, Darius had received an anonymous tip. Look closer at who wanted Jamal silenced, not just who did it. It hinted that Lang was only the tip of a far deeper conspiracy. Someone had orchestrated the cover-up, manipulating city officials, police officers, and even the media. Determined, Darius retraced Jamal's final steps, returning to the Riverside warehouse where he had found the incriminating safe. As he examined the dusty floorboards one last time, he discovered a hidden compartment behind a loose panel. Inside was a stack of encrypted files, financial transactions, coded messages, and names of powerful figures involved in Jamal's silencing. Darius realized the horrifying truth. Jamal had uncovered a network of systemic corruption, far bigger than a single murderer. The very same people entrusted to protect the city had used their power to bury the truth, leaving Jamal dead and countless others vulnerable. The emotional weight crushed him. Jamal's parents, now in their 60s, were finally meeting Victor Lang in court, yet they were haunted by the knowledge that justice was only partial. Darius felt Jamal's presence everywhere, his voice echoing through every document, every hidden letter, every photograph. On the eve of the final verdict, Darius received another anonymous message, this time handwritten. Some truths are dangerous because people don't want to see them. Keep telling the story, or the next voice you silence might be yours. The courtroom erupted the next day. Victor Lang was convicted of obstruction, accessory to murder, and conspiracy. It wasn't complete justice, but it was a start. Jamal's story, finally brought into the light, would no longer be ignored. Darius left the courthouse, exhausted but resolute. He knew the battle wasn't over. The network of corruption still lurked in the shadows. But he also knew this. Jamal's voice, once silenced, would now echo through generations. As he walked through the streets of Atlanta, Darius glanced at the city skyline, feeling both sorrow and determination. He understood the cost of truth, the weight of courage, and the fragile beauty of justice. The story of Jamal Rivers would inspire many, but it would also remind them of a chilling reality. Some shadows never fully disappear, and in that realization lay both fear and hope. Fear of the darkness still at large, hope that voices like Jamal's could never truly be silenced. If you like this story, hit the like button and subscribe for more stories that uncover the better truth no one dares to confront.